Alright, so after I told him to show me from the Bible that I had to leave, he said, once again, he didn't have to show me. I said, you know, it's obvious. I said, well, I'm not going to leave. So then another elder came back to the back room, and he said, alright, look, if you don't leave, Clint, we're going to call the police on you, and then you're going to have to leave. And I said, good. I want you to call the police on me. I said, first of all, because I've not did anything for you to merit to be kicked out. And secondly, because then you're going to look just like the scribes and the Pharisees that you are for kicking people out of the synagogues and for calling the Romans on, you know, you look just like the scribes and Pharisees calling the Roman authorities on Jesus and the apostles. So then he got very angry and very exasperated and very desperate. And the elders, two of them ran out of the back room, I guess, to talk to the other elders, and they were also talking to sisters, and stronger ones look like pioneers. So I walked out of the elder room, and I went straight to the elders, the same ones that tried to tell me to leave. They were talking to a couple of sisters, and I said, what's up? You know, I was saying, look, I'm not leaving. And there's nothing you can do. Nothing. You can call the law, but they didn't call the law. I stayed there from that point onward about 20 minutes longer. They ran from me. When I went up and talked to them, when they were talking to the sisters, they literally ran from me. Went to back rooms, other back rooms that they had that they didn't let. I mean, you know, I don't know. But anyway, so since all the elders were hiding in back rooms, I went around talking to the friends again. I talked to my aunt, Glennis Bussey. I talked to another one of my aunts, Pansy Chafin, and a couple of my old friends. And eventually, one of the elders came out and said, because, you know, this meeting was over, and, you know, the people were meeting to go out and field service in the front, and the other congregation was coming in, because there's a bunch of different congregations that go there. So this elder literally says, lock all the doors. Witnesses were still in the Kingdom Hall. He said, lock all the doors so that no witnesses can come in from the other congregation. And the ministerial servants were looking around like, what? And they literally locked the doors. Then the elder says, oh, no, I guess we can't do that. I just don't know what to do. And he really looked like a fool. A complete fool. And every single witness saw him act like a fool. The next stupid thing he did, probably about 5 minutes after he did that, he said, turn out all the lights. He turned off every light in the Kingdom Hall. There was a gasp from all the friends. And he turned it back on. He said, I guess we can't do that either. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I loved it. It was so apparent that they had become fanatics, that they are just like the scribes and the Pharisees. And the elder I talked about earlier, the younger elder, he's about my age. He witnessed all this, and he was talking to me. And he said, you know what? He said, I see your point. And he said, but I just don't think you're going about it the right way. And I said, well, you know, what have I done wrong? He said, well, you're causing a ruckus, and you're causing a scene. I said, no. Nope. They're causing the scene. And see, that's the power we have. We don't have to cause a scene. They will cause the scene. And they will look like fools. This thing will crumble. The governing body's power will crumble if you assert your authority. They do not have God's Spirit. It left a long time ago. There is no authority, there is no power that can stop us. Do not be afraid. You have nothing to fear. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Well, you know, I actually had another elder come up, and he said something quite foolish too. He said, you know, he said, this isn't a public meeting. I said, it's not a public meeting, huh? He's like, well, it is, but I said, well, is it a public meeting or is it not? He said, I guess it is. But the other elder that I was talking to, the younger elder, eventually the older elder came, the one that turned the lights off and locked all the doors. And he said, you know, you need to stop talking to him. He's disfellowship. You're setting a bad example for the friends. And I looked at that elder and I said, no, he's setting a fine example. Because he still loves people. He still loves the supposed lost sheep. And he hasn't forgotten love, which you obviously have forgotten. I said, so he's setting a fine example. The elder ran. He ran because they're wrong. And we shouldn't put up with this any longer. It's not scriptural. It is not right. And it's totally inhumane. So, in my next video, I'm going to talk about what happened when I went to the memorial. And the memorial's coming up soon. It's March the 30th this year. And I encourage you all to attend. But, you know, not to go back and, of course, become enslaved again. But to tell your brothers and sisters, you know what? I'm still here. Recognize me.